everyone. Welcome back to RTS and welcome back to our 4 for 4 series. It's that time of year. Yes, it's that time again that we wanted to set forth and work again in our 4 for 4 series. Now, if you are new to the channel and you're not quite sure what the 4 for 4 series is, in a nutshell, and under the mistletoe, yes, what the 4 for 4 series is that we take 4 pieces of paper with a buffer and we make 4 layouts and 4 cards. That is how simple it is. And so this is the third time we have done this. We have had such great success. We have done so many layouts and had so much fun. And each time we do this, I do a little bit of a twist. And so, of course, this time I'll have a little bit of a twist. But if you want to see what we did in the first 4 for 4 series, I will have that linked below. And then I will also, too, have the fall edition of our 4 for 4 series linked below. And then also, you can always look on the playlist 4 for 4 and you will see everything we did. Okay, so we will make our kit today. And then in a few days, we will start layout 1, and then we'll do layout 2, layout 3, layout 4. Oh, wait a minute. After making the kit, we'll cut the papers together. And so that helps a little bit. And then we go into our 4 layouts, and then we do our 4 cards. Very, very fun. Now, we probably will have a Christmas holiday, you know, the biggest day of the year happening within our 4 for 4 series. And I say, bring it on. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So we may not even stop. We'll just go right through the holiday. It depends on the schedule, depends on YouTube time, but I plan on scrapbooking with Christmas papers and things like that clear to the end of January. That's just what I do, sometimes into Valentine's Day, because if I don't tell myself and give myself permission to scrap clear up to Valentine's Day, then I don't get any Christmas pages done. So that's what I'm going to do. So you may see this for the next few weeks, and I hope that's okay. So what I'm going to do for this 4 for 4 series, let me see my notes, because I have 3 notes. I have 4 piles. Let's get cracking. Yes, and get a drink. Okay, so 4 photos. Guess what? I'm making the kit today. I have no idea what photos I'm going to use except for one, and it's a snow picture, and I know it'll go. But don't worry about your photos. Make your kit, and then you can always go look for some photos, or you can always print your photos in black and white, or you always have the option of adding your photos after you do your layouts. And so what I will do is when I'm done making my kit and cutting my papers and I'll have a little bit of time, then I'll go look for my photos. I don't stress over it. I just want to make my kit now, and then I'll have it done, and then I'll go get some photos. Because in layout 1, we use 1 photo. Layout 2, we use 2 photos. Layout 3 is 3 photos. Layout 4 is 4 photos. If you wish to do so, you can absolutely just make the pages that we want, and then you can do it however you might want to do 6 photos. It's okay. And if you're a 2-page gal, you're going to pick double of everything that I pick for the papers. Everything else is the same, but we'll talk about that. So don't stress over the photos. If you don't have them just yet, you can always make the pages, add the photos after Christmas. You can do that too, because you absolutely can make your layouts now, and then you may want to absolutely use photos that will happen on Christmas Day. You can absolutely do that. Okay, so let me pause there for a minute. I will get my piles all in arrangement, and I will be right back. Okay, hold on. Okay, so now let's start making our kit. And again, if you are a 2-page gal and you want to play along in the series, what do? You pick the double of the paper, and everything else is the same. That's how simple it is, okay? And I won't be doing that this round, but maybe if we decide to do this again in 2019, you gals, tell me if you want to. Maybe what I'll do is 1 round, at each one I'll do a double page. That's always an option, okay? So let me know about that. So what I'm going to be using for my papers, and we're going to start making the kit, and it's going to be the same as we did in the first round and the second round. We're just going to add in something extra for a fun twist. So if you have your notes from before, or you have your, because we did copy and paste, and I'll have some notes listed below too, you can just follow along. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm absolutely using a paper pad this time. Yes, and maybe I'll go ahead and put this in the paper pad party playlist as well. And I'm using a Christmas cabin. It came from Michael's for $4.80. Yes, sign me up every day of the week. A Christmas paper pad for $4.80. And here's the best thing, is that these papers are not skimpy and they're not wimpy. They are absolutely, and there's foil I mean, honestly, come on. I'm used to paying 99 cents or $1.29 for something like this. But a whole pad, and how many sheets was there? 48, and 14 of them was with treatments. Yes, such a great deal. Okay, now, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick 4 papers and a buffer. Okay, and so I'm going to show you the 4 papers that I picked, and all my papers, you know, my 4 papers and my buffer came from this Christmas cabin. Okay, but you can pick any paper pad you want. You can absolutely use any collection you want. And here's the kick in the knees. You don't even have to do Christmas. No, this is a Christmas round here, but you can absolutely be working on beach photos. It's all the same thing. It's just different papers, so don't stress over that. Okay, so my papers, my inspiration piece, of course I had to go with the plaid, and then I went with some pine cones. I went with some green Christmas trees, and then my 4th paper definitely was this gold floral spray. That is my 4 papers that I picked from my Christmas cabin paper pad from Michaels, and then my buffer sheet was this birch tree. Because now, why do we do a buffer sheet? And if this is your first time taking you know, doing the 4for4 series, the reason we do a buffer sheet is because sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we cut something wrong, we measure something wrong, or sometimes you just need a little something oomph, a little extra on a page. This is why we do a buffer sheet. So your buffer sheet would be your least favorite. Not that you don't like it, but if I had to pick 4, it would be these. I'm just adding this one in. Yes, it's a little bonus, okay? And I don't even know. Yes, I have used my buffer sheet. And again, we have had, this is the 3rd round, so you can absolutely go back and re-watch these. And it's fun to go back and look at how we made this kit, and just in a regular, you know, every day. The first one was like a red, blue, and pink tone, and then we went with fall, and now we're doing Christmas. Fun, fun. Who knows what we may get into in 2019. Yes, so throw the suggestions my ways, ladies. Yes, now I'm going to put my birch trees here just so I can see. That is what we're going to do. Okay, so now, after we picked our papers, what's the next thing that you need to do? This is the only thing I tell you you have to do, without a doubt. You can't skip it. Don't be skimpy. You have to write your papers down. And so that means you stop right now and you write down what was your number 1 paper. Mine was red plaid. My number 2 paper, my pine cones. My number 3 paper was green trees. And then my 4th paper is gold stems. And then my 5th paper is my birch trees. And why is that important? And believe me, there was some people who told me in the first round that they did not do this, and then they realized it was a mistake. Yes, you have to have these numbered, because we're going to cut all of our papers at once, and you're going to have to know when I say pick a number 1, you're going to have to know it's this. If I say pick a number 4, you're going to have to know which one, you know, because everybody's going to be doing something different. So do not skip this step. That's the only thing I ask, please. Because it'll make it so much easier for you. Absolutely. Especially if you're a 2-page gal. You really have to write them down. Okay, so now we are going to absolutely, what we're going to do is I always give options, okay? So I wanted to show right off the bat with these 4 papers, okay? And you number your papers. You can absolutely add something to your kit if you want to, because I'm a big proponent of both of these, okay? The first thing is, if you didn't want to do a buffer sheet here in this, you could absolutely go ahead and pick out some 6x6 papers, and you would pick 4, because 4 6x6 papers would absolutely be in substitution, because then you would get some more pattern, you could get some more treatment, you could get some more color. If this buffer sheet in the 12x12 size is not what you want to do, you're more than welcome. And see, right here's some glitter, here's some foil, that's probably glare, sorry, here's some wood grain, and here's just some green paper. Yes, so absolutely you can substitute this 12x12 sheet for 4 6x6 pieces of paper, or do both. Okay, so that's an option. The next option I want to give is that if you don't want to do a buffer sheet and you don't want to do this, what can you do? Absolutely go to your scrap bin, scrap folder, and pick out some scraps, and don't even worry about the size. Don't even worry. I wouldn't get a whole chunk, but just a few in your color. So you see, of course, I picked some brown and red and green and gold, because that's basically my color palette. If you look right here, my red, my brown, my green, and my gold. That was basically my color scheme. And so you could pick scraps to absolutely coordinate with your kit. Okay, you don't have to, but you can pick a buffer sheet. You can pick some 6x6 papers, and you can actually throw in a whole 6x6 pad if you want to. Yes, there's no rules here. And then go through your scraps if you want to. I will not be using scraps and these 6x6 papers in this round, because the whole purpose of this series is I like to see and to show that how far 4 papers truly can go. Yes, absolutely. So, but I want to show that option, so don't forget that. Okay, and so then after we pick our papers, we're going to start on picking 4 background papers. Again, if you're a double page gal, you're going to have double the trouble right here. Okay, you're going to be picking double of this and then double of your backgrounds. Okay, so what I picked for backgrounds is, and I don't have my photos in hand, and I don't have them in mind. Okay, so with this, when you pick background papers and you realize when you go to work on something it doesn't work and it's not maybe the best fit, that's okay. We can always go pull something from our stash and our inventory later, so don't worry about that. It's just having some options here at hand. And so what I picked is, of course, a wood grain from Cardstock. Is the weight of this paper just not luscious? I mean, if Cardstock would come and wallpaper my home, I would be happy. Yes, just even my scrap room, I'd be happy. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And honestly, sometimes I seek out this Cardstock paper in this wood grain. Okay, and this was from, I think this was Work Hard, Play Hard. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's the back side. Okay. And then I also picked another wood grain, which again, Cardstock, only because of the rich brown. Okay, I wanted this. Okay, and this came from Fall Blessings. Okay, because I noticed some people are saying they're falling in love with wood grain this year. I say yes, absolutely. I know what that means. And then I have a white wood grain. You see what I like? Yes, so definitely with your backgrounds, pick something that fits your style. I just go with wood grain. To me, it feels like Christmas, feels like home. Home is Christmas, yes. And so that's what I did. And I picked a variety of colors. And then I also went with something that is more of a cream base, because I mix both ivory and cream. And I'll tell you why that's okay. Because look at that birch tree. That is white and cream together. So I say mix it all, have it fun. Yes. And so don't separate those. And so that is the 4 I have for my backgrounds. That looks good. That looks good. And that looks good. And that looks good. But if it doesn't work for me down the road, that's okay. We'll pick something later. Now, I did want to say that I tell you what, now, you know I love Cardstock, because not only are they heavyweight and they're textured, but I found a new company this year, okay? And I only have 2 or 3 sheets of this because I just happened to stumble on it one day while traveling. This has never been on my radar, but it is called 49 and Market. Okay, and it says made in USA, and it says New York, and I have never heard of it. Does anybody know anything about this company? Please share. 49 and Market, and I'm telling you what, that is some heavy duty paper. This absolutely reminds me of Blue Fern paper. Is that what that's called? Blue Fern Designs, I think. But anyways, wow, talk about quality paper. Yes, this is why it makes a good background. But anxious to use that. Okay, so with this, when you're building your kit, pair some older things with some newer things, you'll be excited to use it. Okay, so there's our papers, there's our background. And you see how this is how I absolutely selected my background. This is how I did it. I had my papers laying here, and then I would lay this down. Does that look good? Yes. And then I would say, this background, does it look good? Because remember, I don't know what photos I'm using yet. I said, that looks good. And of course, you know, white's going to go with anything. And ivory's going to go with anything. Now, my backgrounds basically have a design, but you can absolutely just use plain old cardstock, and you won't go wrong with that. Okay, so I'm going to stick my background papers here. Okay, and that's what I'm working with. So excited. It looks pretty already. Even if I don't do anything else with it, it just looks pretty. Yes, okay. So with your background papers, you can use all one color, or you can mix and match, add some designs, not. Okay, now what we're going to do next is we're absolutely going to add some 8.5 and 11 by 8.5 by 11 cardstock in whatever color you want. It can match your kit, not match your kit. I'm going with white because it's the most economical. And so then why are we adding 8.5 by 11 cardstock? Well, for me, 2 will be for matting. So again, you can pick whatever color you want, or you can pick some scraps. It doesn't have to be 8.5 by 11. It's just what I have. And then I have 2 more 8.5 by 11. because this is what we're going to make our cards from. Now, if you don't want to do cards, you skip that. And again, if you need any help with that, just list it below and I will help you. So I have 2 reserved for matting. Okay, and I definitely could have pulled a black. I could have pulled a craft. I just went with white. Looks pretty. That pop looks really good. Pop of white against those rich tones. And then, of course, my 4 envelopes for my cards. So there's my 4 layouts and 4 cards right there. Okay, now you can definitely skip the matting and you can skip the cards. Or you can do the matting and do the cards or do it all. Yes, absolutely. And then get your envelopes. And then with this, if you want to pick 2 for matting, go ahead. You can absolutely pick them in 12 by 12 size. They don't have to be 8.5 by 11. And then also, what was my other thought? Get with the program. What was it? Oh, yes. Instead of doing this right, you can absolutely use card bases, okay? Now, you would say, well, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be making Christmas cards. They're going to look like Christmas cards, but we're going to do thank you cards, okay? So if you run across any sentiment or stickers that say thank you, go ahead and pull them out, because that's what mine are going to be. Thank you, because I'm going to need them. We all need thank you cards after Christmas. Okay, so we're going to do holiday theme, not Christmas. Okay, but you can absolutely do that, or New Year's cards, absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to pick out, I'm going to stick this here, is we're going to pick out alphas. Okay, so in the formula that I have for 4 series, we pick 4 alphas. You know, we have the whole 4 thing going on. Where are my alphas? Okay, and so I picked 2 thickers and I picked 2 medium. But again, this is one of those things you can always pick later. It doesn't have to be one and done. So I absolutely picked a black for neutral in this, definitely a very different, not a very structured font. It's very fun, very playful. I thought it looked like warm and cozy and family, so that's why I picked that. And then I also picked a gold font, and again, it has like a wood grain. Again, it's ivory. I'm going to pair it with white. And then this, I picked a wood grain in brown and this red. Okay, so those are the 4 alphas I picked, but you can absolutely pick 4 thickers or skip thickers and just go with flat, and you can go with big, medium, or small, or a mixture. It's not, don't make it difficult, just make it fun. Okay, so now, oh, and then with that, just make sure you have a variety of size and a variety of styles of font. That helps, because you don't want to do the same thing, but you absolutely can. Yes, you know I don't make it hard on us. No, it's got to be fun. Okay, so now, guess what? We're going to pick washi, and we're going to pick ribbon and border stickers, because you know I'm going to move these just for a minute. You know I love those border stickers. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so with the border stickers, what did I do? I went with my color palette of my red, my brown, and my forest green, which I'm telling you what, I don't have a lot of anything in forest green, which I'll talk about that, and some gold. And so I also have some ivory here. And so I just picked a variety. I only spent a few minutes. And that has a little bit of yellow in it. I'll skip that one. Okay, and so then you see I just have some ivory, and I have some brown and some red, just in different shades. Because I'm telling you what, I'm running low on borders. And there's a couple gold-like. Okay, and there's definitely a gold, okay? So if you don't have something, and this is what I wanted to talk about, in my forest green, I don't have anything really in forest green as far as paper and embellishments. So, but whatever you can make up in that color, I'll show you how I did that, okay? So there are my border stickers in a variety of colors. And you know, that gold's pretty. Yes, and I went with gold only because that was what was in my paper pad, but you pick any metallic you want, okay? I just went with gold because that was what was in my paper pad. And so then let's go with the washi. What I picked for washi was, again, a wood grain, and I got a black and white in there because I did not have green, okay? And I just followed right along, okay? You see these 4 papers right here? The red, I picked the red. The brown, I picked the brown. I did not have green, so I went with a neutral in the black and some gold. That is how I picked my washi. So excited to play with them. Very, very pretty. And not everything has to be matchy-matchy, okay? And then I picked some trimmings. Okay, again, I went with some red, and you'll notice that my red is not the same tone of red that's in my paper and some of my border stickers, but it's okay. It will all marry together very well. And I got in some brown, Again, I don't have any forest green. I just know that's a color I don't have a lot of. And then I went with an ivory and some gold. So those are my trimmings. Very, very pretty. Now, do you have to pick all washi? No. Do you have to pick all ribbon? Do you have to pick all border stickers? No. You can pick a couple here, or a couple here, or skip the border stickers and skip the ribbon and only use washi. You can do this however you want. You may just want to pick one ribbon and one washi and 2 border stickers. And that's all you have to do. Boy, aren't those pretty together? Yes. I love when that happens. Yes. So you can absolutely be the guide. Now, if you want to do border stickers rather than washi, I would say pick more than just a couple, because you know you get a lot on a washi roll. You put this on one page, it's done. So keep that in mind. And then of course, you know, you don't have to do trimmings, but trimmings is good any time of the year. Okay, now we are going to pick out a couple tools. And when I say a couple, I mean really 2. Okay, and so I'll put all this here. I mean, this is just looking lovely. Yes, lovely. I love to see how a kit comes together. Okay, so now you can absolutely pick a border punch and a shape punch, or one or the other. Just make it very, very simple, because we're only doing 4 pages. We're not making a mega kit. So you can, I picked a snowflake because I know one of my photos will be snow, and that's all I know. And I wanted something holiday, okay? And then I picked a border punch that is kind of not too dainty, but yet it looked a little festive. So it's kind of like a scallop garland type thing. I believe this is from Stampin' Up. Yes, it is. And sorry about that sound. Ugh. I always hate hearing that. Ugh. Okay, and so those are my 2 tools, okay? So you can pick 1, pick 2, or pick 2 border punches or 2 shape punches, whatever you want to do. And it can be theme related or not, totally up to you. I'm going to move those out of the way for a minute. Okay, so now what we get to do is we need to talk about what are we going to add. And I don't want to lose my thicker, so I'm gonna stick my alpha right here. I hope I don't get too much of a glare, okay? And we are going to, oh, that's too much of a lump and bump. Okay, I'll stick them here. I don't want to forget them in my kit. We're going to talk about the new thing that we're going to add for this round, okay? And some of you already guessed it. And what is it? Bling and Zing, okay? In the fall round, we focused on texture. In this round, it's Christmas round. You know, it's the holiday spirit. Things are flashy. Yes. And we are going to focus on Bling and Zing. And I will get a ton of glare, so just excuse me for that. And so what are we going to do? We are going to pick out product in whatever manner you want. Now, I focused on gold because that is what the metallic I have. But it may be copper for you, rose gold. It may be silver. It may be, what else would there be? Let's see, platinum, copper, gold, rose gold, silver. It can be whatever metallic you want, whatever you want to get in for Bling and Zing, okay? Glitter, yes, absolutely. So mine is gold. So I absolutely picked a thicker, boy, that didn't sound good. I don't know what that was. Okay, I picked a thicker in this glitter gold, and I thought if I did not know what to do for a title, it says capture details, memories. Any one of those would work on a holiday page. So again, we're focused on Bling and Zing. All different types of product. Now, you can pick a variety of things, or you can just pick a couple. I'm going to show options, and everything that I show as an option, I'm absolutely going to put in my kit. Why? Because I already pulled it. Yes, why not? Okay, and then of course, don't forget any type of gold stickers. Now, those are Maggie Holmes total glare, but there's a lot of options on there. So gold foil stickers, glitter thickers, okay? Again, in whatever metallic you want. You may be doing silver, okay? And then don't forget, if you have doilies, and how about actual glitter paper, and how about a gold or whatever foil, project life cards, pocket page cards, cut apart cards. This is the time, these pocket cards, time to break them out. Of course, that says sparkle and shine. How, that didn't even come from a holiday. Isn't that cute? Okay, so anything with gold foil, okay? And then how about some wood veneer that has glitter, twine that has gold, sequins. And then we have glitter star braids. And then we have more glitter stars, gold stars. And then we have gold glitter enamel dots. And then anything that would be bling and zing in your product. Okay? And so I have a gold foil. I have gold vellum. I have gold tags. And I even have this gold deer. Yes. Gold baby. Yeah, that's golden. Yeah. So my point is anything that's bling and zing of any type of product you have. And then also to this type of product here that will give bling and zing. It doesn't all have to be gold. So I have some Bo Bunny gold glitter paste here. Now I've had this product for a couple years. Yes, I've only used it once or twice, but it's a nice little product. And so then also to stickles, glitter, foil, rhinestones, gems, any of that thing that gives you bling and zing. This is that time to pull it out in your metallic or your red, your green, your white, whatever fits your color palette. Okay, tell me this isn't just a pile of lusciousness. You can do a lot with this right here. Now this says adorable, yes, and I just wanted to show you can do anything. As far as your bling and zing, it doesn't have to be this type of product. It doesn't have to just be glitter enamel dots. It can be sequins and your thickers and your tags and foil, and yes, absolutely. Now I'm going to move that just for a minute because that's probably too much. I'll just put a couple things there. How's that? Okay, just to give a representation. This is bling and zing. Okay, now you would say, okay, well that's the end of the kit. No. Why? It's Christmas. I got to give you a special gift, right? So since we're doing a Christmas round, this is actually a themed 4 for 4. So how about we break out some actual Christmas themed product? Okay. And so I picked out a few. So don't forget, you know, your wood veneer and your trees and your snowflakes. How about some glitter? We all have that glitter. And again, more bling and zing. It doesn't have to be in gold. And how about some enamel dots that look like peppermint candies? Yes. Snowflakes, your glitter, and even break out some red glitter hearts. That's not just for Valentine's Day. More glitter. How about some Christmas stickers? And then how about some Christmas thickers that look like this is wood grain, but they have Christmas sentiments, and then candy cane thickers. Yes. So it's time to bring out some themed Christmas product and just play with it. Okay. And these are the ones I pulled. Again, I have no idea what photos I'm going to use. It doesn't matter. I just pulled it. Okay. So I am absolutely going to add all these additional things to play. Now I know I'm going to use those snowflakes probably. Okay. And so again, break out some themed and have fun building a kit with some. Because, you know, we don't play with these very often. We only play with them about 2 months out of the year, so break some out. Maybe you just got some, put them in this kit, play with them. Okay, so we got the bling and the zing, and then we have the holiday gift of our theme. Yes, okay. So I'm absolutely putting all that in there. Yes, so I'll put that there. And then, of course, you know, to end the 4 for 4 series as far as making the kit, I always say you get 4 minutes to pick out some embellishments. Now, we already have the bling and the zing, and we already have the theme, but, you know, I don't know if I'm going to do, this may not all be holiday. It may be something else. So I absolutely pulled a few other things, and I wanted to show this option because if you're not a glitter gal, not everybody is, not everybody likes this shiny stuff, so skip that. Just focus on Christmas themed embellishments. Okay, and if you don't want that, that's okay. I'll show you another option. Okay, you can do all three. Okay, you can absolutely do all three. Okay, so just hang on a minute. I have to get another pile. Okay, here's my other pile. Okay, and I think something just fell. Oh, that was my paper pad. Okay. So I wanted to show what that I pulled for embellishments and to show as an option because you can skip the glitter and the gold, okay? You can skip the themed Christmas holiday theme and you can just pick some embellishments and have fun, okay? Now, along with those embellishments, I always say pick something that you love and it's your favorite. Maybe it's something new or maybe it's something you want to play with. Go ahead and pick that first. What is something you want to play with? And what did I pick for that? Did I pick something? I don't know if I picked a favorite thing. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I have it in here. Okay, so what was the thing I wanted to play with? And it's something I've been playing with all year. Okay, some of you will laugh. You know what it was? Burlap bows. Yes, I pulled burlap bows because to me, I thought they looked country. I think they fit in with everything. Yes, okay. And maybe I should just make a burlap bow and start wearing it. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so what did I pick? In a quick manner, I picked some stickers. Now, these are, again, holiday, but I went more by color of, and I'm running out of room, sorry. I went with my red plaid and my pine cones, you know, in the brown, and then, of course, my forest green and my gold and ivory craft. And so I went purely by color, even though that's Christmas, okay? And these Teresa Collins, and I'll try to move this up a little bit. This is definitely not Christmas, but I like to see the color scheme. Works very, very well, okay? And then that was a companion sheet to that, okay? And then here is some simple stories that I had out for a filming project and I just stuck in there. And then I found these Mambies. These are black. These would be nice little additions. They're not holiday related. And then I pulled out some Tim Holtz little word stickers, always, and some, they're always really good when you need a little bit of a filler. And there is some Cosmo Cricket. And see, there's some forest green. I found that. And speaking of forest green, so here's what I found for forest green. I found some enamel dots. I found some twine. And then I found some buttons. Okay, that's how I'm going to try to get that green in. And of course, I have this Stickles. And what else did I have? I have these peppermints. But that's about it. And that's not even forest green. Okay, so I don't have a lot of forest green. Okay, and then of course, gold hearts always fits in. And I had to get some photo corners in, and the gold, and the white, and the craft, and some holiday music, yes. And then, of course, doilies, and then wood grain labels. And I even got some of these Project Life cards in, cut-apart cards. Oh, I shouldn't say Project Life, so sorry. These are by October Afternoon and Jelly Bean Soup. And I just purely went by, because of the color, I wanted some of that darker red. Picked that out, and some tags. And then also, too, just a couple fillers that I saw floating around. Okay, and one other thing I found was I found some Heidi Swapp numbers. And they're still in the packaging. I've had them for a year or so. And I really don't know what I'll do with them. They're embossed or cute, but I stuck them in there because you never know. Could tie some twine around and maybe use the number 2 and 5, you know, because of Christmas Day. So that's what I did. Okay, and I think there's numbers 1 through 0. So that is... That is my kit for the 4for4 series. Again, pick and choose what you like for your kit. Pick and choose what fits your style. You certainly do not have to put all of this in your kit. I do it to show options because we have new scrapbookers, we have seasoned scrapbookers, and I like to give options because everybody's style is so different. You can simply just pick out some embellishments that fits your color scheme, whatever that is. It may not even be Christmas, okay? Or you definitely can get into the holiday spirit and pick out some Bling and Zing. Or you just want to go Christmas related and pick some Christmas embellishments. You can do one of 3 or all 3. It's totally up to you. Now let me look at my notes here. And someone had asked me when I make these kits, okay? Because right here's my kit. I'll put my thickers here. Right there's my kit. Okay. Someone had asked me, how long does it take you to make a kit? And making a kit is something I really, really enjoy. I don't put a time on it, but I don't have time to just sit and do the whole kit. So what I'll do is one evening I picked these papers out while I was waiting for my husband to come home. And then the next night I picked out my cardstock. And then I come back and pick my embellishments. I put on a song, pick them out, play, you know, just a little bit of a time. But it really doesn't take me a long time because, well, this is the 3rd time we've done this round. And then also too, my embellishments and my papers are organized in how I scrap, and I can't stress that enough. So we'll talk about that more in 2019. But that is my kit for this 4for4 series, the Christmas edition, the Christmas round. And so I will either come back tomorrow and we will be cutting the papers, or I will put it on the end of this video. I'm not sure. It depends on YouTube time and the loading and things like that. So maybe I'll just end this here and we'll just make the kit and have fun with that. I will get this all packaged up. as far as the embellishments. And then how about tomorrow or in a few days? Let's just work on the kit for a little bit. And in a few days you come back and we will cut the papers. That's what we'll do. We'll just talk a little bit more. And then maybe when we cut the papers, I'll show you how I bagged everything up because I get some questions about that. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So that's all I have for today. That's all I have for the 4for4 series as far as making the kit. But that doesn't mean we're far from done. No, this is just the beginning. This is the fun thing. Yes, this is the fun part. Okay, sorry about all the glare, but come back in a few days and we will cut the papers. But get some papers out. And I know some of you already picked out your Christmas pad. Some of you already picked out your Christmas papers. And some people said they're not even working on Christmas this round. You go, girl. You pick what you want to do. There are no rules in scrapbooking, right? Absolutely. Okay, come back to RTS because you never know what we're going to learn. Bye.